Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, whoever is going to join in, just say hello in the comment box so I know that you are here. Welcome, welcome. So, I'm going to wait a few moments for everybody joins in. Hi, guys. Welcome. So, by the way, where are you from? Just write it in the comment box so that I know before we start the session. I'm doing well. Thank you so much. How are you guys doing? Is my voice audible enough? We're going to wait only a few more seconds before we start the session, and I have some amazing and crisp, uh, really great practical experiences that I wanted to share today. And I hope it's going to be really, really valuable to you. All right, amazing, amazing. So welcome Satish, welcome Sharon, welcome Rajan, welcome Manisha. All right, so who's excited to start this session? And today we are discussing using Stoic philosophy to advance your career. Who's ready to join in on this live session? Let's begin. First of all, um, here's my story from where it all started. So I mentioned it multiple times that in 2016, I went through depression and anxiety for the very first time in my life. And Stoicism was a philosophy, a concept that really felt, like it really connected with me. It felt like I'm reading the kind of person who I am or who I want to be, right? So I started reading more about Stoicism. And just in a moment, I'll explain what Stoicism is. So I read a lot of books around it. I watched videos, blogs, all that stuff, right? So what Stoicism basically is, it's about 2000-year-old philosophy, okay, and it focuses on doing your job, being in touch with nature, being taking decisions logically instead of being emotional and taking your decisions impulsively. So living a life where you're being more logical than impulsive or impatient. Okay, it's a really basic summary, but now in this next few minutes, like maybe 15-20 minutes, we will discuss how we can use Stoic principles, philosophy points into advancing our career. And it's really simple, really basic, and really super effective. All right, so let's move forward. Stoicism, as I mentioned, it's a philosophy that says endure pain without complaining too much. Be logical without complaining about unnecessary things, right? So being logical in your approach. So I have four, first of all, quotes from Stoic different philosophers, different Stoic philosophers, that has helped me grow in my career. And being a life coach, Stoicism is a core theory, is a core philosophy that I use in my coaching. So I have seen a lot of people getting benefit from this. Okay, so let's move forward. So number one, and Seneca said this. Seneca was a really rich person of his time, and he mentioned we are more frightened than hurt. We are more often frightened than hurt, and we suffer more in imagination than in reality. That means, so here's the deal. You woke up late someday on an important day. You were supposed to be there. It's an event. You're supposed to be there at sharp 9 a.m. And you saw that, you cannot reach there at 9 a.m. You start panicking about it. And what happens is we get hurt more in our imagination than in reality. And you reach to the event at maybe, let's say, 9:30, and you see the event is running just fine. I'm really sorry. So you see the event is running just fine even without you. So we are more often frightened in ourselves, in our imagination, than in reality. So what do we learn from this one lesson? It's that stop imagining things in your head. All right, all the things that haven't happened yet, all the worries that might or might not happen in the future. So when we start living in present, when we stop imagining our worries, there's a more probability that we will be doing more meaningful work. Are you guys with me? Say yes. Thank you so much. So here's the second Stoic principle that I wanted to talk about. Number two is, so Epictetus said this: how long are you going to wait before you demand the best for yourself? How long are you going to wait before you demand the best of yourself? So you're doing a job, you are working in your company, in your startup or whatever, and you are helping them either save money or earn better money, right? That's basically the two jobs every employer has. How long will you take before you ask for a promotion, before you ask for a hike, before you ask for a better job profile? How long will you take before you ask what's best for you? And we see a lot of us continue waiting for the right time, and the right time never comes. Is that right? So that's why Epictetus mentioned, for how long will you wait before you ask what's best for you? Are you guys with me? Say yes. So we'll move on to the third point. And if you have any questions, drop in chat box and we can see whenever we can to that. And we are doing a Q&A in this session as well. Let me just check on my mobile if the live session is working fine. Amazing. So you guys have to comment hi, hello, or whatever you want to, because otherwise there's no way for me to know who is joining in this live session. All right. So the third one, the third Stoic principle. So Epictetus said this. Epictetus was a Stoic philosopher. Okay. He was a professor. He was born as a slave. He lost his leg because of all the torture his master did to him, and nonetheless he became a professor. So it's a really big achievement in any time, right? And he's one of the most popular philosophers, Stoic philosophers. And he mentioned the third principle that we're discussing: don't explain your philosophy, embody it. You must have seen in your workplace, in your school, in your college, in your family, relatives, a lot of us talk about what we want to do, who we want to be, the kind of life we want to live, but we don't practice it enough, right? So that's why Epictetus mentioned, don't explain your philosophy, embody it, practice it, let others see what you're doing. All right. So what lesson we get in this is less gossip and more work, less meaningless gossip, less meaningless talks, and more work, more and more output, more and more result. You want to advance in your career, give results. You want to advance in your job, in your business, in your startup, start offering results. That's how you do it. So it's that simple. And how do we get more results? When we talk less. That doesn't mean stop talking, even the important stuff, or don't have meetings. Not like that. It's about the random gossip, the useless, meaningless chatter that we do. Okay. Now here's the fourth principle that we are going to discuss today from Stoic philosophy. It's one of my favorite, from Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius is a used to be a Roman emperor, like one of the most influential person of that time, most powerful person of his time. So he mentioned, the impediment to action advances action. What comes in the way becomes the way. That means there will always be solutions. If you have an eye for it, there will always be solutions. Now, you can either choose to focus on problems or you can choose to focus on the solutions. So there are usually three kinds of people. There's a tsunami coming. Okay, so one of them will drown. The second one will survive somehow. And the third one will take a surfing board and ride that tsunami. Who are you out of those three? A tsunami is coming. Are you going to be crushed down? Are you going to be barely surviving it? Or do you want to take the surfing board and ride it? All right. So say yes if you're with me, and we'll move forward to the next point that we discussed, four daily habits from the Roman emperor. Great. Let's move forward. So, sorry. The next part of this session was four daily habits from Roman emperor Marcus Aurelius. Marcus Aurelius, as I mentioned, was the one of the most powerful person of his time, and he had these four daily habits that helped him again and again, over and over. All right, let's discuss those four habits. Number one, keep a journal. So what happened? Marcus Aurelius never wrote a book. He was not a writer, but he used to write a journal every day. Okay, and somebody after his death found out his journals and published it into a book. His book is known as Meditation, one of the amazing books ever written, with a lot of wisdom in it, right? But what happens is when you start writing a journal every single day, your brain, whatever thoughts you have in your brain, will be on paper. You'll be able to see it more clearly. Do you want more clarity in your life, in your relationships, in your finances, in your career, in your business? Do you want more clarity? Start writing every single day. That's the best and easiest and quickest and most effective way of getting clarity. All right. So the second daily habit, expect negative experiences. And Stoics call it premeditatio malorum. That means premeditations of uh, evil, which basically means is, sure, do positive thinking, I'm great, I can do this and all that stuff. But at the same time, when you're planning for something, make a list of what are the things that can go wrong. So I'm going to start this live session. What are the things that could go wrong? My internet connection can go bad. My lighting can just turn off. My internet or electricity or something can go off. Or the third party tool that I'm using, StreamYard, it may start lagging. Something like that can happen, right? So make a list of all the negative things that can happen, that can hinder your growth. What will happen is, when you make a list of whatever things that can go wrong, you can also make a list of what will you do if this happens, right? What will you do if this doesn't work out, or if this doesn't work out because of ABC reasons, right? The third daily habit he had was fewer complaints. So here's the deal: you're going to go and cooperate in your job, in your workplace, in your school, college, in your family functions, events. You're going to meet some people who are going to be rude, arrogant. You're going to meet people who will be ungrateful. It's just reality. That's how world works. Expect that you will meet some rude people. Expect that today you woke up and you may have some unpleasant experiences throughout the day. A lot of time we expect fairy tales and we don't get that fairy tales, so we feel hurt, we feel disappointed, hopeless, discouraged, depressed. So this is how you measure, or this is how you set your expectations on the right level. All right, so the next point, again, one of really small, crisp, easy, and most effective point. So Stoics call it summum bonum. That means the highest good. And what's the highest good? To do your job and do it right. So what's your job? Make an Excel sheet today, report to your manager today, or handle your employee well, talk to your boss, talk to your HR. Whatever your job is, do your job and do it well. Whatever your job is. Okay, a lot of us struggle because we talk a lot about doing our job instead of actually doing our job. Okay, so these are the 4 habits of Marcus Aurelius that will help all of us do a lot of meaningful work. Number 1, write a journal every day. Number 2, expect negative experiences. Number 3, fewer complaints. And number 4, do your job and do it right. All right, so I hope this was helpful. I use all these principles and so much more because I've actually written 2 books on Stoicism. You can go and check out on Amazon, search my name Dipanshu Rawal. I use all of these principles intensively in my coaching program. So if you guys need any support in making your emotions, mastering your emotions, okay, managing your emotions, and becoming internally 100% confident. If you need any support in that, drop me a message. Let's have a conversation. All right. For now, all right. Bye bye. Take care. I'll see you again very soon. And then again, if you have anything you'd want to from me, just drop me a message. All right. Bye bye.